Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Did we deserve more in that game? Yeah. Could we have lost it? Probably. Did we deserve the 2-2? Yeah, I think looking back, it's probably a fair result. Both teams could have won the game. But every single fan cam I'm listening to are looking at excuses at the referee. It's looking at excuses of the season, at referees' consistencies, at red cards, injuries. Let's talk about it all, shall we? Do me a favor, hit the likes, run the likes up, hit subscribe. We are getting towards 30k, people, and we will be there very, very soon if you keep doing what you are, and that is hitting like and subscribe every time. Big up to every single one of you. Oh, mate, do you know what, Dan? I'd love to invite you on, to be honest. I'd happily swap with you at this point, my bro. Tomorrow night will be fun with Dan at 8 p.m. because I tell you what, it is not good for Manchester United right now. But we're not here to talk about that. Big up to Dan. Make sure you go follow United first. We're here to talk about Arsenal, Liverpool, the Emirates, which did end 2-2. Arne Slot, biggest test I would suggest for him so far. I thought it was a really good game of football. Really, really good game of football. I thought it was a fantastic game for the neutral. I thought it had pretty much everything in terms of what you would want excitement-wise. Thought it was really good. Attacking football from both sides in parts. Mistakes for sure. Not being clinical for sure. I don't think there was that killer instinct at times, but probably for both sides, if I'm honest with you. There was a couple of standout performances from individuals at both Liverpool and Arsenal. I have to say, Konaté was outstanding and did not give Martinelli a sniff. I thought he was exceptional. We're going to talk on the incident with him. We're going to talk on the incident at the end. We're going to talk on the goals and the goals that we conceded. Look, the team news. Let's start there. The team news straight away. Give me a boost in confidence. I felt very deflated travelling up to the game because I really felt like Saka and Timber, if they were going to start, weren't going to be 100% fit. I didn't expect to see them in the starting 11. When they were both in the starting 11 and it allowed for the team to be, let's be real, what I expected it to be, I do believe it give a lift to every single Arsenal fan that I was drinking with in the pub, chatting to before the game. Oh, is my audio off? Someone said my audio's off. Apologies if it is. It might be because... hang on a minute. It might be because my mic isn't plugged in. Is it not? Yeah, no, it might be because my mic's not plugged in. I've come back from my parents today, so it is definitely going to be that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll tell you what, while I will do that, stay tuned. 1 second. Here we go. Testing 1 2 1 2. Please let me know if that is any better. Just give me a thumbs up in the chat or say yes, can hear you clearly. Look, where was I? Team news. It come out. Bukayo Saka and Timber start. And I think everybody then realizes that it's a massive boost for Arsenal. My mic's working now. Thank you very much for that. I think everybody believes it's a boost for Arsenal. I think there's Liverpool fans. I mean, Yusuf is in the chat. That probably thought, oh, we don't want to see Saka, man. We don't want to see Timber. They wanted to see Zinchenko. They wanted to see Kivior. They would have probably been happy to see Lewis Skelly at left back. Bukayo Saka, they would have much rather see Sterling or Jesus start right. They probably wanted to see what we were going to do at right back and centre back. Look, I've got to say, there's definitely a lot of positives to take from the team that we did put out there. So the team lineup was a massive, massive positive. I've got to say that it was a huge positive for me. I look at what Liverpool put out. I expected Alisson to be out. I expected Diaz to not be 100% fit. I thought Gakpo may have started. I expect to see Jones ahead of Szoboszlai. And that's exactly what we got. So for me, when I look at it, it was two teams that I expected to see, but I was given more of a confidence boost by Arsenal's team lineup, right? When the game started, Mikel Arteta said in his press conference, we're going to come out flying. And that's exactly what we did. Now, I'd say probably the first 5-10, I think they started to target a couple of our players, Thomas Partey being one of them. But we dealt with it and we were electric. We were flying, man. Absolutely flying. Bukayo Saka on absolute fire. Ben White, not got to mention much today. Fantastic. Thomas Partey, wow. At right back, everyone thought, oh, this will be good. We don't want to be seeing him at right back. Partey. No way. Arsenal fans were all wincing. Oh, we don't want this. Trust me. Look, Partey deserves his flowers. Timber, outstanding. Didn't give Salah a sniff. In fact, he didn't do anything until he come off. Gabriel, hopefully he's not injured. Timber, hopefully he's not injured. Didn't look good. Hopefully it doesn't look bad. So let's see what happens. In midfield, I thought Marino started pretty poorly in the first 15-20. Really came into the game after his goal. I think that's exactly what he needed. I wanted to see something from him. I'm still not quite sure what he is. But I must say, fantastic performance in the second half from him. Declan Rice is so much better in the six, people. So much better in the six. I thought Trossard did some good things, but some 4 parts of the game he was invisible. Saka was absolutely outstanding. I thought Kai Havertz just misses too many chances. Yeah, he put himself about. He won some great headers. He was link-up play well. It was strength. But sometimes I look at his strength and I think, yeah, what are you on the floor for then, mate? Because you're rolling around on the floor and you're 6'4". Get up. The referee, about 4 times I counted the referee go, get up, mate. And that's frustrating for me with Havertz, right? Martinelli was a threat, tenacious, work rate, but boy, did his first touch let him down. You know, I see Dan in the chat saying, you know, there's an opportunity for Martinelli to have a season to look back on and go, where do we go this summer? Do we sell? Do we upgrade? Look, I don't think you do, right? I don't think you do. My problem is his form at the moment isn't great. He's starting to get back into it a bit. His finishing is poor. I'm looking at it thinking, why is he so rash? Every shot's going over the bar or blasting wide at the moment. I need to see better from Martinelli. I understand he scored against Shakhtar, but let's be real. It hit the post and come off and hit the keeper and went in. So we've got to be real. I'm not convinced that Martinelli has the most confidence at the moment, and I still need to see that. And that's why I'd keep playing him at the moment, because he needs the goals got to come. He's got to just keep playing, as far as I'm concerned. So we scored the first goal. The first goal is phenomenal from Ben White. It's a fantastic ball, but it's even better from Bukayo Saka because there's a lot to do. He's got to win the foot race. He does. And then he's got Robertson on him. Now, I know Robertson is not the same Andrew Robertson of 4 or 5 years ago, but he is still a fantastic left back. And he is still 100% one of the best Premier League left backs now, but also when you look at Premier League history, he's up there with some of the best, right? But he got cooked. Saka absolutely destroyed him. He put him left, right into a pretzel and basically retired his career, man. That's how good it was from Bukayo Saka. It was phenomenal. And it weren't just to get past him, it was the finish as well. It was just like Kelleher, no chance, 1-0 it is. And that's what we needed. First 8-9 minutes on the clock, we're 1-0 up. And within that first 10 minutes, I actually didn't think that Arsenal were outstanding until a couple of minutes before that goal. So that's where I'm at. A few people saying I've still got problems with my audio. I don't know what's happening today. I think it's because I've only just set up my computer from going away. So it might be that my mic is still not working properly for some. But some of you are saying it's perfect, it's clear. Some of you are saying it's not. I don't know what more I can do. I'm sorry, guys. So look, I do feel that there was a phenomenal piece of play from Saka. That puts us 1-0 up, right? Then what happens after that is we kind of lose a little bit of concentration. I don't know if it's because it was, I don't know if it was because, sorry, you're all putting me off now about my audio. If my audio is bad, I'm sorry. I can't do nothing about it. I can mime if you want. Maybe a bit pointless. So, yeah, we are 1-0 up and we lose a bit of concentration. The corner, I'm disappointed with the corner. I'm disappointed. I really am. I'll tell you why. Look, it's going to be a great corner from Trent. He can whip him in very well. But Havertz has lost out to Diaz. Now, Havertz is 6'4", man. And Diaz has flicked it on. Like, he has to be better. He has to be better. Then Partey is ball watching, and unfortunately, Van Dijk's there, unmarked, to tap it home. That annoyed me more than the refereeing decisions, than the second goal we conceded, than the chance that Marino give up. Yeah, I was annoyed. I've got to say, I was annoyed. I really was. Let's take a couple of comments here because I think it's very, very key to what I was talking about. Matt, big up to Matt, Southern Gooner. What has me hot, brother Dan, is how we go straight defensive after snagging the game back instead of taking Liverpool to the sword. We keep easing up off the gas instead of turning the knife. Spot on, brother. I'll tell you why you're spot on. Because when we went 1-0 up, it wasn't go for the kill, go for the kill, go for the kill. When you smell blood, you have to kill. And unfortunately, we smelt blood and we didn't kill. We find ourselves 1-1. Brian, I agree with. I love Kai, but he has to play better. I thought today he was actually quite disappointing in parts. I like him a lot. And then as a 9, missed chances. Missed chances. So at 1-0, we're waiting for a penalty shot. And Martinelli and Kanate collide. Kai should have done better. Aaron says, big up Potsy, smashing up my bro. When's my 12th man debut? Bro, you're welcome on anytime. Like, sub to the channel, people. This guy deserves it. You are a legend, kind sir. Thank you very much. Yes, people, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you have subscribed. Let me talk about the penalty incident. I've watched it again. I don't think Kanate wins the ball. I do think he's taken Martinelli out. And I'm not really sure why it's not gone to VAR. But I've spoken to other people who think it's not a penalty. It isn't enough. It was nothing really from Kanate. But I don't really think Kanate wins the ball. So not quite sure what happened there. Yusuf said it did go to VAR. Fair enough. Obviously, I was at the game, so I didn't know that. And they haven't called it. So I don't know if they thought Kanate won the ball there or if Martinelli just slipped and fell over. But it didn't look like it was a good tackle for me. Having said that, I thought Kanate was by far the best player on the pitch from Liverpool. I thought we've got to talk about this guy now. He is a monster of a defender, an absolute killer. He did not give Martinelli a sniff really today. Everything he needed. Wow, he was superb. And I know Van Dijk's been phenomenal, and he has been for the last 5 years. He's been rolling back the years for me, Van Dijk. But today, I thought Kanate left him dead in the water in terms of performance. I thought Kanate was outstanding. And France aren't going to be conceding many goals, let me tell you that. With Kanate and Saliba, wow, what a centre-back pairing. One of the best in world football, I think, if we look internationally, right? Absolutely outstanding to have those two at a similar age, by the way, coming through now. Wow, absolutely superb. I thought he was immense. So that's the penalty incident. Kai, whether you think a penalty or not, Kai Havertz, he absolutely has to. I think people on Match of the Day are saying now that he did win the ball, but I haven't seen Match of the Day. I've only seen one replay of it. But Kai Havertz has got to do better there, right? He blasts it over the bar, you just got to put it in. So another wasted chance. And at 1-1, when they scored a corner, which I was really disappointed with, I felt there was other chances in the game. I think Saka's passed to Marino. Marino's like caught. It goes under his foot. It goes to Salah. Salah's got to do better there. He's missed the whole target. You've got to put that in. I know it's from a far distance, but Salah's class. It's on his favoured foot. He's got to go for the other corner, and he's put it wide. So that was a chance. That was a chance. I felt there was another couple of chances where we just wasn't falling for us, and we weren't able to quite get it on goal. Marino has a chance where, let's be real, I don't quite know how, but the ball's come across and he's kind of, instead of shooting it a goal, he's kind of cleared it out, the equivalent of a Liverpool corner. It's a goal kick, obviously, but it was as if he was defending for Liverpool. I don't know how he's not put that on target. So there's a chance there for Arsenal. And then the second goal comes. And I have to say, the delivery from Declan Rice is absolutely outstanding. It's spot on. And when the ball come across, I thought, I was watching it from the other end. I thought someone's got to get their head on that because it is that perfect of a cross. And of course, Marino does. Now, everyone goes mental and it goes up to VAR. And what happens is VAR take a good, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, a good 3.5 minutes to try and decide whether he's on or offside. Now, at the time, I'm thinking it must be close. It must be close. But there's a lot of people saying in the concourse where they were that it was so obvious that he was onside. Now, Van Dijk was actually wearing some blue boots, apparently. So it's quite easy to see that the lines were drawn and he was actually onside. But it didn't seem easy in terms of the wait. 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes waiting to understand what was going on there. I do not really understand what they were looking at there or how long it was taking for them. And that's why Arsenal fans get frustrated. So it's 2-1. It's half time. The concourse is absolutely buzzing. Everyone's having a beer, everyone's having a laugh, everyone's having a joke, and we are serious about this because at 2-1, I honestly believe we were the better team. I felt that we were electric, and I honestly thought it's going to be, just to let you know, everybody's telling my audio is poor. Some people can hear, some people can't. I don't know what I can do about it. I'm really sorry, guys. I am aware my audio is not great. So yeah, I've had about 15 people tell me in the chat. So yeah, apologies for that, guys. Look, I do feel like there's an opportunity to look back at that first half and go, yeah, this is really good. This is really good from Arsenal because it's a performance we like to see. It's a performance that perhaps we weren't expecting due to the team lineup, and also the team lineup, although it was good, actually what it was it was quite pleasing or encouraging, I suppose is the word, that actually there was an opportunity for us to play well with a side that we weren't quite sure if it was 100% fit. And that's where I'm at with it, man. That's where I'm at with it. So look, Saka, phenomenal. Timber, Party, superb. Rice, much better in the six. Marino finally comes into the game. Havertz and Martinelli got to up their games. Didn't really in the second half, if I'm honest. Gabriel, Ben White, I thought were brilliant. I thought when Ben White was very, very good, by the way, back at centre back, where he hasn't played for a long time, by the way. Excellent today. David Raya, I don't think he has much to do. Not quite sure what he's doing for the goal that we conceded in the first half, but you know, it is what it is. And in the second half, it's a very even game. And it wasn't one I enjoyed in the second half because Gravenberch was getting on the ball. Diaz was causing problems. Nunez was causing problems. Salah, McAllister, they were all getting on the ball. Szoboszlai come on. Gakpo come on. Somebody else come on as well. They made 3 subs. Can't remember who it was now. Somebody else. They made 3 subs. And it all started to make sense. And I thought, do you know what? This is looking good for Liverpool now. This is looking good. Endo as well. Yusuf. Well done, mate. It started to look good. And I thought, this is still anyone's game. But Liverpool are back in it now. At 2-1, I really felt that we could have won the game. But the injuries in the end kind of killed us. Timber went down. Gabriel went down. Timber looked fatigued. Gabriel went down again. Both of them end up coming off. We bring on Kivior and we bring on Lewis Skelly. So now we've got a back line of Partey at right back, Ben White, our right back at centre back, Partey, our defensive midfielder at right back, Kivior at left centre back, and Lewis Skelly at left back. And I thought they're going to score. And if they don't score against those back 4, sorry, Liverpool. Sorry, you've got to be. And actually, where the goal comes from is an attack from Lewis Skelly and Martinelli. It doesn't come to anything, and they break. And the ball over the top from Trent is one of the best weighted passes. And Nunez is in. Kivior and Lewis Skelly, they get caught out by the pace of Nunez, which is class, and Salah, which is class. And all Nunez has got to do is find the pass and square it. And he does. And Salah's not going to miss from there. He's not. He really isn't. He just is not going to. So at 2-2, I kind of felt like there could have been another goal in the game. But the atmosphere kind of died, really. It kind of killed it for us. Unfortunately, it weren't doing anything for me. We tried to raise it up again. And then I was kind of looking towards the bench to Mikel thinking, I know you've had to make subs, but it's time now to make some more going forward. And he did. He brought on Jesus, who actually thought looked better. He's definitely a right winger, by the way. He ain't a centre forward. He comes on for Saka. Wanyeri comes on for Martinelli. Trossard moves to the left. Wanyeri getting on the ball quite nicely. Lewis Skelly looking pretty good on the ball as well. Got caught out defensively for the goal, but okay. Trossard pretty good from the wing. And then there's a moment towards the end of the game where we score what looks like a pretty good goal. And it scrambles around and Trent doesn't get there right and it comes off the post and Jesus taps it in from Havertz. Where Anthony Taylor blows his whistle is 6 seconds after Kivior wins a header. If you count it, it's actually 5 to 6 seconds after Kivior wins a header. And the header he wins, by the way, I still don't know what's wrong with it. Is it because he has his hand on his back? Is it because he jumped up higher and he went over? Because Curtis Jones just stands there. He doesn't actually come off. Is it Curtis Jones or whoever it is? He just stands there. He doesn't go down. He doesn't roll around. He doesn't ask for a foul. He just gets on with the game. I don't quite understand it at all. So there's no real understanding of why this has been allowed to be or has been disallowed. Look, I'm not saying that it's corruption or conspiracy like some of the Arsenal fan base are. I'm not blaming Anthony Taylor today for us drawing the game. But a lot of people are. And I want to ask you guys, do you blame him? Because if it is a foul, then the game is kind of a little bit soft now for my liking. Because he's gone up with a header, he's won the header. Szoboszlai, who it is, doesn't really complain about a foul. Kai Havertz then makes a very good tackle, gets his foot to the ball, puts it over Kelleher. Obviously, then it goes into the post and Trent can't quite get there. Jesus taps it in. I don't really see much wrong with the goal when I watch it again. But unfortunately, Anthony Taylor decides to pull it back. And that's really frustrating. That's really frustrating because we could have won the game. And people are saying we're robbed again and all this stuff. Look, we're only robbed when we draw or lose a game. We're never robbed, when we win 4-2, but it could have been 6-2. Do you know what I mean? It's always when we lose that people talk about it. Or in this case, draw. And I think when you look back, a draw is probably a fair result, guys. Because Salah could have made it 3-2. Jesus could have made it 3-2. Marino could have made it 3-2. And there's another chance that's lost me now, that Liverpool had. I don't think Kelleher was peppered. I don't think David Raya was peppered. I think they're two sides that are going to be in for the title race. I think they're two sides that can take City all the way. But where does it leave us now? Where does it leave us? We are 5 points off of Manchester City and 4 points off of Liverpool. Very, very tough. But we've had a very tough start, guys. Very, very tough start. Now, I didn't think we were going to win the league anyway this season. I thought we'd come second again, right? And I still stand by that. But we have got to have a near perfect end here. We have to go to Chelsea and Newcastle and win both games. It's hard to take 6 points in those. But if I would have given you 7 points in the last 3 games, I would have said, yeah, fair play. We take that. 7 points in the last 3, we'll take it. We want to go through against Preston in the Cup. We want to win our Champions League game against Inter Milan. If I'm doing the maths right, it means we've got to win our next 4 games, peeps. And they're all away from home. Preston, Newcastle, Inter, Chelsea, all away from home. Win them all. We want to beat Preston. 1, because they're a team lower than us and because it takes us through to the next round of the Cup. We want to beat Inter Milan because we have to try and get into this top 8 of the Champions League. And we have to beat Chelsea and Man City. Chelsea and Newcastle if we want to keep up with Man City and Liverpool. So now we've got 4 games we've got to win. And that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It really is. So look, a lot of people have given up on the title race already. A lot of people have said, no, it's not going to happen. And I quite agree it's not going to happen. But I don't think that 4 or 5 points is completely done. I think if we started to look at 7 and 8, Yeah, that's looking like too much. 4 or 5 with there or thereabouts. Liverpool and City draw both their games against each other and we win both of ours. We can then look at it and go, okay, cool. Now we've made up some points here. Now we're with them. Now we're touching distance with them. But unfortunately, I think there's going to potentially be another couple of losses here. It wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal didn't win at St James Park or Stamford Bridge. It wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal didn't win at Liverpool at Anfield. It wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal didn't win the North London derby at the Emirates. It wouldn't surprise me if we didn't beat West Ham as we didn't last year. We've got Fulham, who we struggled against last year. So there's going to be slip-ups, I think. All I hope is that there's slip-ups with Liverpool and Man City as well. That's what I hope. Let's take some super chats before we come to a close. Who's this? I jump on whenever's good for you, damn my bro. Legend, yeah, come on, man, absolute legend. But I'm gonna start doing some calling shows, guys, so you guys can have your thoughts as well. So gonna try and do one of those or two of those a month, so we can get some of you viewers on, because I'd love to talk to some of you guys on here as well. So big up to all of you. Look, disappointing today that we didn't get 3 points, but let's not be downhearted. We look at the potential to have 4 or 5 points off of the title being a negative, and it is. But we've got some winnable games coming up after this tough period. 4 away games, and then we've got some winnable games. And I'm not talking about a smashing Forest, because Forest are doing well. But you look at the fixtures and you start to look at it, go, right, we don't have to go Villa away, or Spurs away, or Chelsea away, or Newcastle away, or City away. Villa, Spurs away. Inter Milan and Atalanta have been away in our Champions League group. Yeah, we've been away to 7 or 8 tough places. And we've done all right. And what's mad is if I look at the fixtures and I say to you, oh, we've got these horrendous games. We've got Brighton at home and Bournemouth away. I'd go, oh, God, thank God we got Brighton at home and Bournemouth away. We could get 6 points in those and move forward. And we didn't win either of them. But we go beat Villa. We go beat Spurs. We don't lose to Man City. We don't lose to Liverpool. You get through that period of fixture and you think we're fairly unscathed other than Bournemouth really now. It is just that blip. It is. So, look, we go into the games. We know who we got to play. We have played pretty much the whole of the top half, other than Wolves, Leicester and Southampton so far this season. That means we've got the bottom half to play. So, look, then we're halfway, but we do it again. Majority of the people at home. Villa at home. Spurs at home. Chelsea at home. Newcastle at home. Manchester City at home. All those away games that we've played, we've got to welcome all them back at home. And I fancy us. I do. When we get our players back, when we had Saliba and Erdegaard, if we had them back today, we would have won that game. Because Saliba's class at the back. Erdegaard's got the creativity and vision, which I think we've missed. Let's get these players back, man. See what Calafiori's about. See what when Erdegaard's back. See when Gabriel and Timber are back. Let's get the gang back, man. We need them big time. Big up to every single one of you, man. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Make sure you are subbed to the channel. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Tomorrow I'm going to be back. There's going to be This Is London tomorrow night. We're going to be filming the Race for Europe, which will probably drop on the Tuesday. Got the Arsenal roundabout on the Tuesday evening as well. And then, of course, Wednesday we play Preston. So make sure you stay tuned with the channel, people. And we will see you next time. Take care. We're out of here.